We're in Zagreb. We are parked over there amongst all those motorhomes and campers over there, which is not as busy as what I thought it was going to be, although it is still busy. Just going into the Zagreb fort here. Not sure how much it's going to cost, but we will soon find out. Can't imagine they're going to charge us that much. So we just come into the fort here. It's cost us €3 each. Inside a exhibit hall here for the Zagreb castle, and this gate here was the original gate at the entrance of the castle. This gate here dates to 1793. Inside this exhibition hall is just telling you the story of the expanse of history that was involved in this fort here, dating back to 1587. Old globe here showing what the world looked like back in the early days of navigation. Quite interesting. You can see Portugal and Spain there, France, and above that the UK. They did get it pretty right, really, to be honest. You've got Portsmouth showing up there. Interesting globe this, just walking around it, seeing where they thought all the countries were. The map here shows all the original trade routes. Quite interesting when you see how vast the globalization was even hundreds of years ago. That was the exhibition centre that we were just in. There's the walls on the side that we just come through. That is the town of Zagreb over there, which we will walk into later. Nice beach down there. And we are just walking around the outside walls here on the southern side, and we're walking up towards that building in the distance there. I think it's some sort of lighthouse. Beautiful coastline here, limestone cliffs. Over in the distance there we've got the cape, the lighthouse there on the cape, and the cliffs running round. There's some isolated beaches running down as we head round here. Cliffs dropping into the sea. You can see why this fortification was in such a fantastic position. There was no way anyone was climbing up those sea cliffs, and it only needed a fort on one side, walls on one side, to protect this headland here. Over there we have another lighthouse. We'll probably see that one on tonight, I should imagine. So I'll be looking out the window trying to find it. Zagreb over there. So we're walking back towards the main fort area now, and where the walls are, and we'll climb the walls. Loads of guys here that are fishing on the side of the sea cliffs here. They are literally standing right on the edge. Denise and myself were saying if they were to catch anything bigger than the fish they've got on the end of their lines, they'd probably get pulled in. Just hope they don't catch some massive tuna that's going to put up more of a fight, because they might well be going for a swim. They're dotted all around the edge of this cliff here, and it's a massive drop down to the sea below. Haven't seen anyone pulling anything up yet. Amazing how far, when they do catch something, how far they've got to reel those fish in from. Either that or a bloody big landing net with a long old pole attached. Another guy fishing here. Has he caught anything? I suspect not. Haven't seen anyone landing anything yet. Oh, yeah, nothing. We were just watching the guys over there on the edge of that cliff. Not sure what they're doing. I think they're taking selfies, but how ridiculous. That drop below them is insane. And they were getting so close to the edge. Just looking down there at that cave going in. The colour of the water is fantastic. Extremely deep water there by the looks of it. Another guy there standing right on the edge fishing. Absolute madness. There we go. Look at that guy over there. Absolutely mentalness. He couldn't get any close to the edge if he tried. I'm pretty sure a couple of inches further forward is not going to make a great deal difference to him catching a fish or not. It's honestly, it's scary watching these guys fish on the side here. Look at these over here. Excuse the language, absolute dicks. Right onto the edge to get the closest shot they could to the edge of the cliff. Mental.
Themselves.
There you go, that's where they're fishing from over there. You can just see that guy on the top of the rock. That's the one we filmed a little while ago. But you can see that sheer drop below into the sea. Another guy here, close to the edge, doing his fishing. With a huge drop the other side. Just over there. See the surf ahead. All the dudes down there. Having a bit of a surf. And there we go, so that is the drop. So this is what the view these guys have got fishing down there. So that guy there is standing on a rock that is overhanging. Let's hope it's stable. But there you go, that's how close they all are on this side. Madness. Nice down there. The colour of the sea is beautiful. That second beach along is obviously the surfing beach. Loads of guys over there trying to catch a bit of surf. Although it doesn't look as big here as what it has in some of the places we've seen in Portugal down this Atlantic coast so far. So we're up on the fort walls now at the front of the fort. So we are in the car park over there. Just about see us over there. So that's where we'll be spending tonight. We couldn't get into the chapel there, it was all closed up unfortunately. Would have liked to have looked in there. It's quite an interesting old building. You see a few newer buildings here in this fort complex. That part of the fort walls that you see over there, that's the oldest part of the fort, dates back to the 15th century, and another part of it there also dates back to the 15th century. So although an old fort, not as old as what you may imagine. It was a nice walk around the fort. Here's a little map of it. So that's where we are now, and we've done a loop all the way around the fort outside. But you can see the sea cliffs that are surrounding the whole of this fort and how well it would have been protected. We have walked into the beating heart now of Sagres. So this is the town. Lots of surfing, surf shops, surf hire, a few bars and restaurants, big old hotel up there. But that's where the majority of the bars are. A few more campers, they're obviously going to be spending the night over there, I would imagine. The coastline is really nice here. Sagres, not a great deal here really, unless you want to park up to have a look at the coastline and the fort. Don't expect the most bustling and hustling of places, because it most certainly isn't, which is a good thing, don't get me wrong, that is a good thing. We are leaving the car park that we spent last night on. We're not going to be spending any longer here. We've seen what it's about. It's a nice little destination though, it's nice here. It's got a Cornish Devonshire feel to it really, which is quite nice. The fort's over there that we had a look around yesterday. I would recommend this parking area here. I'll put the 3 words below. But a really quiet night, very peaceful night, so I would highly recommend it. We're heading towards Lagos now, to a parking area there to have a look around the city. It's a beautiful day today, lovely and warm. So we've got a short journey now. It's only about 20 miles to Lagos. We'll be doing some services on the way, because obviously we're not going on to a site, so we like to keep everything topped up in case it's a few days before we see something else. So we stop when we get the opportunity to do our services. Okay, so off we go towards Lagos. Lovely countryside around here. All the fields here are full of wild flowers. Looks really lovely. So we're heading in the direction of Spain now. A few more stops on the way before we head into Spain and head towards Seville first of all, and then drop down towards, or back towards Cadiz, down towards Marbella, and possibly up into the Ronda Valley and stay in Ronda. We are only about 5 kilometers now away from Lagos, so not far. Slightly cloudier here. We've only come about 20 miles, but the cloud has bubbled up. So this is the outskirts of Lagos now. Quite an interesting fountain in the middle there. This is where we put in, but I think it's highly unlikely that there's going to be any spaces for us here. So we'll have to find another parking area. There's not a great deal in this city. It's quite a hard city to park up in. We'll see, there might be a space. You never know.
We're too long for them.
Yeah, we're too long for them, we're too long for them. So it looks like we're going to probably be too long. Maybe not enough, maybe not. Just going to have a look to see if we're too long or not to go into this space, so we'll see. We're actually okay here. Okay. I think we have just about fitted in. Yeah, there we go. So we have fitted into this space. So obviously it's quite secure. We might stay the night, but I think we were quite lucky to find a space there. So all is good. Very nice of the supermarket here to supply these bays here for motorhomes. So much appreciated. It's meant to be quite quiet at night, so we'll find out. And that is the old town over there we're just going to walk into. So it's not far, about 20 minutes into the old town, and then we'll make our way to the lighthouse, have a look at the lighthouse. The coastline over there looks fantastic, so that's where we'll be heading to. Over there is where we're parked up. We're going to have a look on the way back, because to the left hand side of where we're parked there is a pylon, and at the top there's a stork nest, and at the moment there's a couple of storks in there, so hopefully they'll still be there when we get back. Hopefully they haven't nested on top of the motorhome, because that would be a nightmare. We got the modern marina on that side, but we are walking into the old town, which is over there by the church.
There's a salmon jumping there, look.
I
See him?
don't know.
Yeah, it is, look there.
Denise thinks she's seen some salmon down there.
Oh, look.
No,
Look.
they're not
Silver.
salmon. Yeah,
What is it?
they're more
What
like
is it then?
sardines.
Wow, that's what I mean, sardines.
Yeah.
I do know me fish really. They're
They-
jumping, look.
Yeah, yeah.
I think we haven't got a little net.
Denise is getting excited because she's seen some sardines. We'll be coming back down here later with a net. See how many she gets. There we go, some more of the fish down there in the water. You can see it
Can't get barbecue
sparkling. Yeah, Denise wants a barbecue now.
There's loads of them.
This promenade stretches for quite a long way down here, and then we'll be turning off and heading down the coast slightly towards the lighthouse. It's probably about a 2 kilometre walk, I guess, so not far, and then we'll head back into the town afterwards. Some beautiful sailing yachts in there. That catamaran there, absolutely beautiful. Just walking down here, you got that heron there on the pontoon walk, and just below him there's loads of sardines.
He walks a bit like you.
Yeah, apparently he walks like me. I'm not sure if that's a compliment. I'm going to take it as a compliment. But just below there there's a load of sardines, and he's sneaking up on them. Yeah, he's blending in, he's camouflaged himself.
Maybe he's hiding from us. Maybe shy.
I reckon.
Look, here he comes.
Here he comes. So the sardines, or whether those little sprats are or whatever, just below him now. He's lurking in the shadow.
Oh,
And
I'm getting bored watching.
we're getting bored watching now. He could have had. Oh,
Oh, we got one.
oh, he got one. Oh, look.
Oh, wow.
There we go. So he.
How did he get that?
I think he just stuck his beak in the water.
Oh, I don't know.
There, yeah. He went down. There we go. So he's got himself his dinner. It's a big old fish, that. He won't be able to fly after he eats that, I don't reckon. There.
Dive in.
I thought he was going to dive in.
There's another one now.
But yeah,
That's a seagull.
he didn't dive in. He just stuck his head in the water. It's the way to do it.
Oh, a little bit of
Oh.
going on there. Quick, you better swallow it, mate, because that other one's on.
That young seagull there is liking the look. Oh, there we go. So he's swallowing it live. There it goes.
Fish.
Oh dear.
Oh.
Oh, crikey.
It wriggled and tiggled.
Oh, it's still
inside.
moving in his neck. Oh,
Fish.
crikey. You can see the neck. It's oh. I think he needs a Rene now.
I think he needs to back it.
It's still wiggling in his stomach. That can't be comfortable, can it? I'm not going to try that, that's for sure. I think I'll stick to an oyster. So there we go, another bird here doing a spot of fishing. Not sure if it's going to be as lucky as that previous one we saw, but there is a few sardines there. He's not quite as stealthy though as the other bird,
He
which
stands out like a sore thumb.
yeah, he's not very camouflaged, is he, to be fair. You would have thought he'd have blacked himself off a little bit to make himself a bit more effective.
If you enjoy watching our videos and would like to join us on our travels, then click on that like button, subscribe to our channel. It's free to do so, and come along with us on our journeys.
Oh, no, I think he's just going for flies or something, to be honest. Insects on the water, yeah, I reckon.
His neck don't look big enough to...
So what type of bird is that, Denise?
Baby swan.
A baby swan, apparently. So that is a baby swan. A cygnet, yeah. So there we go, we got a cygnet down there apparently, according to the bird expert next to me. And
please don't message in to say I've got it wrong, I am joking.
Old fortification on the other side of the road there. It's got quite a Moorish look about it. Another fort over there. So obviously quite a fortified entrance into this estuary here where the marina is. Obviously there wasn't a marina like that many moon ago. With the actual colour of the stone that they've used on this fort and the way you got this little harbour, it looks slightly like Dubrovnik, only slightly. It's just got that feel about it. That is one of the smallest forts I think I've ever seen. Real shame that we can't go inside. Just behind us here we got an archway that I think Denise wanted to walk through. So Denise is going to walk through this archway. I don't think I've ever had to see a duck to go through anything before. There we go. So yep, she's ducked. I'm glad she's ducked. Obviously I've got to be on my hands and knees to get through here being so tall. There we go, hands and knees through. So nice beach. Kind of when you think of the Algarve, you think of rock formations like that. We're walking towards the lighthouse now and just come across these abandoned hotels here, or one abandoned hotel at least. It was funny because I mentioned Dubrovnik earlier on with that fort, and this looks very much like that region. We visited some abandoned hotels in or close to Dubrovnik. If you haven't seen it, look back, it's really worth looking because we actually go into the hotels and have a look around. It was a really good day. But what caught our eye, so you got these abandoned hotel building here, and just to the left hand side it looks like another hotel attached to it there, which I think you'd be pretty disappointed if you turned up on your holiday bus and you got dropped off there. Not particularly pleasant. So anyway, on to the lighthouse we go. We've had quite a nice walk up here. It's been uphill all the way, so we'll be looking forward to the walk back down again. We're at the top here by the edge of the cliffs, and they put these amazing boardwalks going through this landscape here, because obviously it was being damaged by people walking on it, no doubt, so they've decided to put this in. Quite nice. So we're just going to walk down to the edge before making our way again on towards the lighthouse. I think over there could possibly be a swing. That caught Denise's attention, so she's been saying that she wants to go and have a go on the swing. So I said, okay, for 5 minutes you can have a go on the swing. So that's where we're heading to now.